Welcome back. We're sticking to more corporate conversations, and the next company on our radar is Intellect Design Arena. Now, Intellect has launched the world's largest open finance platform, eMACH.ai. This happened just yesterday. This cloud platform will help banks and other financial institutions design future-ready technology solutions. We have with us Intellect Design Chairman and MD Arun Jain to take some questions and help us understand what this really means for the business. Mr. Jain, thanks for joining in. Anything which is AI-related gets people to really sit up and take notice these days. So you tell us, what exactly, or rather, whom does this platform exactly target? And in terms of revenue potential, what are we looking at? How do you scale it up?
Yeah, so I think we call bank tech wave 5. So in technology waves, almost from last 40 years, the technology has evolved wave 1 to wave 5. This is a wave 5, which is design and experience wave. We are moving from product and processes, which bank enable using digital technologies, to open finance platform where bank can design their own experiences for the customer segments they are operating. So we call it a design and experience wave, which is similar to what iPhone did in 2008, where they converge 5 technologies together. They converge telephone technology, they converge telephone, camera, music, computer, and touchscreen technology. Similarly, eMACH.ai also converge 5 technologies to design the experience, which is about customer touch experience called events, equivalent to microprocessor, microservices, which is rich. Then it has got a AI which is embedded to the operations, can reduce the operational cost for the bank by at least up to 20% by embedding the AI into operations. And then it's on clouds, and it is on APIs to integrate an ecosystem design for the banks. So banks can design like an ecosystem. Yeah.
So,
yeah, sure.
So Mr. Jain, that sounds very impressive. Absolutely, when 5 technologies being merged in. Very basic layman question. Are you the first mover with eMACH.ai, or are there other such offerings available in the market as well? I'm just trying to understand this from a business perspective, whether your banking clients have other choices or whether this will be a new proposition that Intellect alone is offering.
Yeah, so I think bank always wanted to design Mera Wala Blue, what Asian Paint. So they want to design their solution which are unique, but they didn't have a technology, because technology companies have designed around wave 3 technology, which is product-based and process-based, not design-based and experience-based. So we are an early mover advantage in it. We invested close to 25,000 man-months effort in building this technology over the last 5 years, when cloud start having very early stage, AI is early stage, and all of them come together to create eMACH.ai. So definitely we have early mover advantage. There are similar companies in this space called Thought Machine in US, which is having a partial core banking product, but not as broad as Intellect is bringing on the table.
Mr. Jain, just to deviate away a bit from this current platform launch of yours, because you are a big player in the US banking systems. Your platforms cater to all the large mid-cap US banks, and there is so much happening. There is a lot of uncertainty. 3 banks have collapsed. So first, wanted to understand, do you have exposure either to SVB in any form? Were they your clients who used your platforms, or Signature, Silvergate, the 3 banks which have collapsed? And then separately, if you could go on to tell us your exposure to regional US banks.
Okay, so US is not such a big number. We were entering to US, but we are entering to US through the AI route, not from the core banking route. We still believe the fall of SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, is a asset liability management system. They didn't have a technology to invest in. India also have the same exposure. Indian banks are not invested in ALM systems. So they didn't have an early warning signal. If they would have ALM, they could have got the signal at 18 months before the collapse has happened, and they should have acted on it based on ALM. So we recommend the great technology of ALM in India. We need to learn from them.
So no exposure, sir?
No exposure on all the 3 banks. No exposure
at all to any of the regional banks?
That's right. As of now, regional bank is there, Fifth Third Bank is there, which is very conservative. They are Midwest Bank. They are not looking into any of this investment. Their downfall is hardly compared to anybody else. They are solid balance sheet. So we have exposure to the BNY, Mellon, but they are the solid banks. They don't have a exposure of Silicon Valley Bank or Signature Bank.
Can you just quantify that, just in terms of a percentage, your exposure to some of these mid-sized US banks as a percentage of, let's say, total business?
3 to 4% maybe.
Okay.
Okay, all right, got that. Mr. Jain, are you seeing any kind of impact with respect to deal deferrals, any kind of tech spend coming through from your clients at all? Because I know up until Q3 it was quite healthy, even clocked in around an 8% growth. But is there anything that you're seeing on that front now?
No, we are looking healthy growth right now. I think the banks are now, to manage the risk containment, they need a new set of technologies. The Wave 3 technology will not support them to manage the risk because those are very lag indicator oriented technology. They need a lead indicator based technologies. Today with the AI, they can have a lead indication.
Just one more word, sir, since we have you. What do you think will be the ripple impact of the weakness that we are seeing in the banks on the Indian IT tech landscape?
You're looking at which kind of banks?
Sir, IT services, no, I'm saying generally, you know, most of the banks is going to be sitting on huge bond losses. They will be capital constrained, which means their ability maybe to spend on tech may have come down. They would be cautious. And plus the regional banks themselves are under the scanner. So just wanted to understand, according to you, how will this impact? What are the implications from an Indian tech point of view, from an industry point of view, services and products?
I think services may have some impact because of digital project may look at it slowing down. But as of now, we are not seeing it. Even service companies whom I talk to them regularly, they are seeing that still traction is high. Maybe we'll observe for next 3 to 4 weeks more cautiously how this impact of US is going to be there. And it may be having some impact on somewhere. We cannot say that we can be fully insulated from the thing. But as of now, Intellect, I think we have a more capacity issue than constraint on the demand side.
Okay, we leave it at that. Mr. Jain, thank you very much for joining in, and all the very best with eMACH.ai. We'll chat more as you know, in the subsequent weeks to understand how many of your customers have onboarded the platform and what the success and the benefit has been. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll talk more markets.